Hello folks, my name is Mark, and this is Why I Hate the World. And, well, this is going to be a video about, the current frontrunner candidate people for the GOP. The current, GOP candidates, the frontrunners, right? And, I've kind of ignored, like, I haven't really done a video about the GOP candidates because, well, the first reason being that I wanted to see who was going to emerge, and it looks like it's going to be Mitt Romney, but you never know. I mean, it could be somebody else, could be Herman Cain, could be whoever, But the second reason it was because, well, I don't think any of these people have a chance of actually winning the presidency, okay, at all. I don't, and apparently I'm not the only one, because each one of them, they consistently pull below Barack Obama, like all of them, and, it's, I think it's because the Republicans, since the Tea Party movement came around, the Republicans in general have shifted far to the right, and the majority of people in the country are not cool with that. Most people in the country are not far right, they're not far left. Most people in the country actually don't give a shit about politics, okay? They vote for whoever they want to vote for because the guy resonates with them on an emotional level. That's usually how people vote. It's got nothing to do with, like, maybe like once in a while you'll get, like, there's a very small segment of the population that actually pays attention to issues, and those are usually, that's less than half, and then the majority of the swing voters vote based on, like, gut feelings and shit like that, and I think the gut feeling that everybody's getting with all of the current crop of, GOP frontrunners is that they're morons. That's what I think, okay? That's what I think they get, because I mean, think about it. Have you seen anyone who has anything positive to say about these people? Not really, right? I mean, and it's because the Tea Party people have pushed the Republicans so far to the right that being a Republican is like, it's not recognized. Like if you were one 30 years ago, like, like Ronald Reagan or something, you wouldn't be a Republican. That's like a centrist now, like, and this is like, I'm not making this shit up, it's like, Ronald Reagan, for instance, raised taxes on people like 11 times. I mean, would that happen today? No, okay? Like, Richard Nixon created the fucking EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, alright? Would anything like that even come close to happening, from a Republican president today? Would that happen? No, alright? Because they've gone, the libertarians and the Ayn Rand people have pushed them so fucking far to the fucking right that it's like they're unrecognizable, they're so far away from the mainstream that it's not even funny, Now, I'm gonna say something here which, is pretty fucking obvious, but I don't know, a lot of people give me shit over it. I like Barack Obama, okay? I voted for the man, alright? I'm probably gonna vote for him again, especially seeing if any of these morons become the GOP frontrunner. Definitely gonna vote for him. And, when you support somebody, you take the good with the bad, it's like, okay, alright, so he hasn't been, the 100% greatest president ever, okay, obviously, right? But, you have to, you accept the good things and the bad things. And he's done some good things that I like, he's ended the Iraq War, okay, that's a big fucking deal. Stopped torture, alright, he, like, lots of fucking things that are really, like, he attempted to do something about healthcare, shit like that, right? Attempted to fucking stop Guantanamo, even though he got blocked there, but, his heart's in the right place. He's trying to do things right, and, and he's also done some things that I don't like, like, the extrajudicial killing of an American citizen, with the one terrorist guy, whatever his name was, I can't remember his name, but, they ordered a drone strike on this guy who was a terrorist in Yemen, and he just happened to be an American citizen, and it's like, that, I can't handle that. I don't like that shit. But, it's good and bad. It's like, well, I mean, do the bad things that he does outweigh the good things that he does? And I think in his case, no. Okay. I can't say the same about any of the Republican frontrunners. I don't trust them. And, I mean, and it's because so far the people they've put forward are a bunch of backstabbing, double-dealing, far-right, insane ideologues, and they seem willing to do or say anything in order to get that nomination. I mean, you know, let's take a look at these fucking yahoos for a second. I mean, you know, like, you know, let's say Michele Bachmann, right? Now, she's obviously, you know, scoring really low now, thank God. But, you know, for a while there, she was like the top dog. You know, she was hot shit for a few months, you know, and it's like, and can you imagine somebody like Michele Bachmann actually being the president? I mean, she has a fucking clinic, you know, a clinic, right, in the loosest sense of the fucking word, where her and her fucking effeminate husband use, like, you know, fucking religious, like, belligerency to fucking force people to not be gay anymore. I mean, that's what she does. That's, you know, she has a clinic to cure gay people, right? She's fucking, like, said she wanted to eliminate the minimum wage, okay? She said that, you know, there's this group called AmeriCorps, like, that you can, go and volunteer and you can get a scholarship from them and shit, and the government runs that, you know. She said that they were setting up fucking re-education camps. Alright, this is all true shit, you know. I mean, you know, she said that she wanted, you know, she wanted to hold hearings in Congress for anti-Americanism, you know, like, she's insane. She's fucking out of her fucking mind, you know. Would you want her to be the president? I mean, I don't fucking think so. You know, then we have, like, Herman Cain, who, like, you know, unless you've been living under a rock, you know what's going on with him, you know, just fucking sex scandals and everything. It's like, normally I don't really give a shit about that kind of thing, you know, sex scandals, I don't give a fuck, but, you know, when 5 women come out, you know, there's something to it. I mean, it wasn't just one, okay, it was 5. 5 different women have come out, and they've all accused this guy of being a fucking, you know, sexually harassing them, you know, and it's like, you know, the chances of the shit being true goes up each time another person comes out. I mean, it's like every fucking week somebody else is coming out and saying that, you know, Herman Cain tried to fucking, like, you know, he sexually harassed me and tried to make me touch his genitals, and of course the media is eating this shit up because it's, you know, sex related, right? So he's fucking gone, okay, like, but what's funny is that since all this whole sex scandal thing started happening with him, this sexual harassment thing, he's actually, like, gone up in the poll numbers, okay? He's actually, like, raised more money since this shit happened than the entire time before, like, the scandal hit. Okay, more people support him now, which is just fucking so incredibly hypocritical. I can't fucking believe it. I mean, are you serious, Republicans? You know, alright, you know, remember when, like, the Republicans and conservatives and shit got mad at Bill Clinton and they tried to impeach him because he got a blowjob? You remember that shit? Do you remember this year when Anthony Weiner, you know, like, they forced him to resign because he fucking had some underwear pictures? He didn't even cheat on his wife, right? He fucking texted a picture of himself in his underwear to, like, a hot chick, okay? And it's like, you know, and these people, you know, resign, you know, you're fucking, you know, you're unmoral and all that shit. Yet when the guy that you're supporting is, like, has a history of, like, sexually harassing women, you know, you give him more money. It's like, way to be consistent, you fucking hypocritical teabagging fucks. God, I hate you people. It's ridiculous. And then we have, alright, so then, you know, Mitt Romney, who's the front runner, and he's going to be the guy that gets it now, you know, because if you want to know why, it's because he's the corporate candidate. But anyway, you know, but they're posing him as the sane alternative, right? You know, and basically, if you notice lately, he's just been keeping his mouth shut. You know, he doesn't actually talk. You know, he you know, because he actually has a habit of shoving his foot in his mouth. Also, I mean, he had that whole, like, corporations or people thing flub that fucked up, and, you know, now it's like, now we have, like, Occupy Wall Street, which is just so funny. It's like, I mean, you can't get any more opposite than that movement. It's like, corporations are people, and then we have people actually out there protesting that whole concept of corporations being people. Like, I don't know. But anyway, the thing about Mitt Romney is that, you know, besides the fact that he's, like, a fucking flip-flopper, I mean, the guy's flip-flopped on, like, everything from, like, you know, healthcare to abortion and the fucking, like, you know, global warming. You know, besides the fact that he can't seem to, like, decide where he stands on any issue, you know, he has a big history of accepting very shady campaign contributions from various corporations. You know, there was a scandal in August where a company formed, and then they gave Mitt Romney's campaign $1 million, and then 4 months later they dissolved. Okay, and it was like, you know, that kind of thing used to be illegal. See, that's not illegal anymore, right? It's not illegal because of the Supreme Court's what was it called? The Citizens United decision basically turned that, you know, made that kind of thing illegal. Now corporations can give as much money as they feel like. However, there are still local laws against some of this, you know, and I think this needs to be investigated, right? It turns out it wasn't just that, though. It's like, that's actually happened, like, several times. You know, there's been several fake corporations that have formed, donated a shitload of money to Mitt Romney, and then dissolved right afterwards. And that's like, you know, why is nobody talking about that, right? That kind of thing, you know, it was illegal for a reason, and it should be illegal now. And, you know, and the thing is though, is that even though he gets caught doing this kind of thing, he still takes the money. That's what people aren't getting. It's like, oh, you know, this, you know, it'll be in the news for like 5 seconds. It's like, oh, this corporation gave Mitt Romney, you know, it's underhanded dealings, and then they'll talk about it again. He still took the money. You know, it's not like he like got busted and then he gave the money to charity or something. It's all right. He's not like denying the fact that he took this dirty money, and it's just fucking, you know, do you want somebody like that running the country? You know, somebody that, like, will say or do anything and take money from anyone to get what he wants? Like, fuck no. It's like, no, that's not the kind of person you want running the United States, okay? Fucking give me a break. Republicans, where the fuck is your integrity, you know? How come you're not holding your leaders to a higher standard? I mean, seriously. So anyway, then we come to Rick Perry, which is, yeah, Rick Perry, okay. He's fucking done for, too, alright? But, you know, you never know. I mean, shit could happen, right? He does have, you know, the evangelical branch of the Republican Party in his corner, which is pretty fucking powerful, you know? And, to be honest, I was a little freaked out when this guy, like, emerged on the scene for 2 reasons. For that first reason being because of the evangelicals, because they're so fucking stupid they'll vote for anybody, right? And they'll just ignore anything and just vote because they think it's fucking God telling them to vote and shit. Secondly, because he's just like W. You know, that's his thing. And people who are nostalgic for W, you know, might vote for his ass because they're fucking lame. But the difference being is that, you know, he might be a little bit too much like W for his own good, okay? Like, you know, the difference with Bush was that he had handlers that knew how to get people elected. You know, he had Karl Rove, okay? He had people like that, you know, campaign managers and that knew how to work the media, you know, that knew how to take somebody who grew up in fucking Connecticut and make him out to be like a tough-ass cowboy from Texas. You know what I mean? Like, they knew how to take someone who failed, like, at every fucking business venture and say that he was good for business. I mean, that's Bush's team. And thankfully, Rick Perry doesn't have a team like that. In fact, apparently, Karl Rove fucking despises Rick Perry, right? Which is too fucking bad for him, because, you know, if Rick Perry has a chance of even dream of being the president, he needs somebody like Karl Rove in his corner. But anyway, yeah, apparently there's some fucking cockfighting going on between the Bush and you know, the Bush old guard and the Rick Perry camp, and they hate his fucking guts, right? And, you know, so since he doesn't have anybody to basically tell him what to do, Rick Perry is taken a perfectly good lead and just flushed it down the toilet, you know. We all saw that video of him just fucking humiliating himself the other day, you know, when he forgot about the third thing that I would cut. You know, it's like, yeah, I would cut education, and I'd cut this, and then I'd cut, I forgot. You know, and he just, you know, and it's just like over and over and over again. But, you know, you never know. In some polls, he's still, you know, second or third, okay? And there's still people out there that support this guy, you know? I mean, he's a fucking idiot, but he's a dangerous idiot, you know? I mean, and people like him enough that they made him the fucking governor of fucking Texas. It's like, you know... And just think about this for a second, okay? Because, alright, I'm not even going to talk about Gingrich or fucking Rick Santorum or John Huntsman, you know, because they don't got a fucking chance, right? And I already made a video about Ron Paul, so fuck Ron Paul. I'm not going to talk about him either, you know. But, you know, plain and simple, folks, it comes down to is that these people that are running for the GOP ticket are substandard, okay? That's just all there is to it, you know, they're morons, okay? I mean, if you can't even run a goddamn presidential campaign properly, like, what the hell is supposed to make me think that you can run a damn country, alright? I mean, think for a second, do you really want any of these people in charge? You know, like, do you want Mitt Romney directing the economy? You know, like, do you want fucking Herman Cain meeting with foreign heads of state? You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what he's gonna do or what he's gonna say, if he's gonna touch his fucking, the president of fucking France's wife in, you know, a little wrong way. I mean, it's like, you know, do you want somebody like Michele Bachmann in charge of the fucking most powerful military on the face of the earth? I mean, it's, you know, it's like nightmare inducing. It's like the president has, you know, somebody in the presidential entourage has the nuclear football. You know, it's like a briefcase that gives the president the ability to launch a full-scale nuclear attack, like, anywhere in the entire world. Do you want somebody like Michele Bachmann anywhere fucking near that thing? You know, do you want any of these people, you know, Cain or Perry or fucking Romney, to have that kind of power? Alright, this is what we're talking about here, okay? You know, it is important who the president of the United States is, alright? Can't just elect any fucking moron in there and expect him to do a good job, okay? The person that we elect has to be intelligent, alright? They have to have experience, right? They have to have fucking integrity, okay? They need to know how to weigh consequences, right? They know how to make good decisions, okay? We can't just have some flip-flocking fucking dickbag who owes favors to every fucking corporation in the world running the goddamn economy, or fucking, you know, meeting with the G20, or, you know, we can't have some screeching insane woman, you know, and they're liable to fucking trigger World War III so Jesus will come back and kill all the gay people. I mean, you know, we can't have some fucking southern fried bigot like Newt Gingrich, you know, it's you know, the president has to be somebody who can tackle this job, you know, and none of these morons are up to the task. That's just the plain and the simple fact, is that, you know, is Obama the perfect person? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not, right? But so far he hasn't destroyed the fucking world this, you know, bad, right? You know, the economy might be, like, shitty, but it is slowly going up, you know, and that's because, you know, it has to build, alright? There is no magic bullet that's gonna fucking, you know, fix the economy overnight. It's like, the shit has to fucking build naturally, right? I mean, but dude, it's just, it comes down to, do you trust him more than you trust any of these other people? And it's like, you know what, I trust him, okay, because the Republicans that are trying, you know, they're fucking idiots. Okay, that's just all there is to it. They're slime bags. They're idiots, they're slime bags, they'll fucking do anything, they'll say anything, alright? All they fucking care about is cutting taxes for rich people. Alright, that's it. That's the entire the reason for the Republican Party to exist now, is to cut taxes for rich people. And you know what? Fuck them, alright? So that's my message to the Republicans. You know, you want to win, get better leaders. Alright, stop being so fucking insane. Move towards the fucking center. Alright, present better people. That's just all there is to it. So, adios, folks.